Hey, Crypto Dummy back after a few weeks off. Looking back, OMG, what do we see? Fire and brimstone. Oh my god. Crypto market crashing due to American government selling a whole lot of BTC. I think the bottom was in on about the 13th of the month, where it got down to about 89,000 before bouncing back. And LA fires, all the stuff that's happening there, that's a tragedy. So, wow. But this is a great learning curve for anybody who is in cryptocurrency because, look, within 2 weeks of all this stuff happening, we're back to where we started from, or BTC is anyway. Very similar for the Pulse Chain and Hex community. We've had a lot of FUD lately with the Interpol and the SEC, all the FUD that's happening there. But we've had our major downs, just like when Bitcoin went down, but we've bounced back as well. We're not quite all the way back like BTC, but we're getting there. And that shows strong community. So if you fell for the FUD and you let your emotions get the better of you and you sold, then you need to surround yourself with more positive people. And I'll talk about this shortly. But as you can see, I've got my rags to riches hat on because I believe it's our time. I believe it's time for the alt season to really kick off. So if you're looking for more positive influences and you're in the Pulse and Hex chain community, then you must look up Crypto Coffee and your friend Somi. They are two of the most influential people in our community. And why do I bring up these two in particular? Simply because they've done recent videos in the last day or so on topics that I wish to talk about today. So I'll start with Crypto Coffee. He did a recent video talking about how old coins created in 2013, who nobody even knows or uses anymore, still managed to do a 10x during the height of each cycle, which is quite interesting. And the reason why he did this video is just in reference to people worried about the likes of Pulse Chain and Hex missing out this cycle. The whole purpose of his video is to show that regardless of the coins or the tokens, they still manage to do a 10x even though no one's trading them. So how is something like Pulse Chain or Hex, who has a very large community, going to go? It's got to do better, surely. And I just wanted to add to that in the purpose that it's probably more to do with liquidity pairings. If you have a token paired with another token, even though one token is stagnant and not being used, if the other token, say, is Ethereum or something else like that, or Bitcoin, and it's paired with it, if Bitcoin goes up and down, it will move the price of the other one as well. And this is probably the reason why Pulse Chain and Hex haven't pumped as hard. Being a split of Ethereum, we're sort of bound a little bit to Ethereum as far as I'm aware. So therefore, Ethereum has really underperformed the cycle so far. And this is the reason why we haven't pumped as hard as well. I believe that our time is due, and I believe that Hex, Pulse Chain, and Ethereum will all increase very quickly. I think it's just waiting for the right catalyst, and they are upon us now. With the Trump government coming into power, we should surely see a lot more adoption of cryptocurrency, or here's hoping anyway. So just remember those words. If an old forgotten token or coin that doesn't get traded anymore can do a 10x for no reason, what will happen when a strong community like Hex and Pulse Chain hit the peak of their cycle? Just think about that. Now onto your friend Somi and one of his many videos, so many videos he makes. This guy's not human. He's got to be alien for sure. He doesn't sleep, this guy. He's a zombie. But remember too that no one on Pulse Chain, any of the influencers on Pulse Chain don't get paid. So don't be scared to flick him a coffee or give him a tip or something else like that, because these guys do this full time. Unlike me, I don't earn any money, so I've still got to work. That's why you only see me every couple of weeks. I've still got to go and do a 9 to 5, or 9 to 5 if I wish. Maybe 12-hour days is more like it. But in my friend Somi's video, he talks about sentiment. So the sentiment is that most people in the community, or in communities in general, whether it be Pulse Chain or something else, believe that they will sell by the end of the cycle. I just want to put my 2 cents in about that because I think that's wrong. I think that's a flaw. Yes, we should be taking profits, but at the end of the day, with the Trump administration coming in being pro-crypto, we're more likely to see something along the lines of regulations to back crypto. Now, with Bitcoin slowly running out and less opportunities arriving there, if the government did take it on and buy most of that Bitcoin, then most people are not going to be able to get into that and will look elsewhere. If regulations are set right and do the right thing, then it may stabilize the cycles. Therefore, we may not have these large drops that we have. Well, in Pacific coins anyway, I think that there's going to be a lot of coins that drop away. Just if you refer back to something like the dot-com bubble, there was a lot of companies that were shilled in those times, and a lot of them didn't make it. And I believe this will be the same when it comes to cryptocurrency. There'll be a lot of coins out there that just don't cut the mustard and just do not have the backing or following. But if you are involved in the right coins, the major coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, probably Solana, probably Pulse Chain Community, XRP, who else? Link is a good one. All these sorts of really good tokens, then I think they're going to be around for a long time. And I think, again, if that right legislation is written to favour the cryptocurrency, I think that it might stabilise the market a little bit. So we may not see these dips. So if you sell at the wrong time and the regulation does stabilise the cycles, then this will cause mass adoption that we haven't seen before, and could push a lot of these coins to places that we didn't think they could ever go. We all think that we're going to get slightly rich from the $1,000 that we invested, and we get 100x on it, and we're going to sell, and that's going to be our profit. But what happens if the 100x is just the start of things? And and if the regulation is correct and does good things for the cryptocurrency, which we hope they will, rather than all the FUD that we've been having, then stabilising the market's not a bad thing. And if the adoption is across the board from all governments around the world, etc., and all retail will see this as well, then we may not have those massive dips anymore and the opportunity to buy low. So if you're in crypto now, I'd be holding at least some of those coins. Of course, we must take profit, but you should only take profits to cover what you need. If you don't need it, leave it in there. If you do a 10x, so if you're like myself and you put $1,000 into crypto and it made $10,000, I'll take my $1,000 out and I'll let it ride. It hasn't cost me anything. And an extra $9,000, yes, it would help, but it's not going to change my life. But if you let that $9,000 ride until it went to 90 to 900,000, who knows, in the future, 5 years down the track, then I could retire early. And that's what I'm looking for. But remember, this is not financial advice, and be warned, as much as Donald Trump is pro-crypto and his team is pro-crypto, there are a lot of people in opposition to Donald Trump. We don't really know what's going to happen. As much as we hope for a very prosperous and good future, we can't guarantee anything in life. So just remember, if you're not in, you can't win. And if you are in, if you had Bitcoin when it was $3,000 and you thought it was great and you sold it, how would you feel now knowing it's at 100,000? Just a thought. Okay, and I just want to touch on a few other things too of what's been going on. Some really cool stuff for the Pulse Chain community. So I just want to move on to that next. Just want to finish today by pointing out the old conspiracy theory site. Hopefully a lot of it's true, but whether it will actually do something for us. And a shout out again to Crypto Coffee and Dirty Crypto, who was the original poster of this. Just outlining a number of different things that are going on. Donald Trump Jr. follows Richard Hart. Eric Trump's X account was hacked, and a message was sent stating that Richard Hart is innocent and will burn the SEC. So it's very interesting, all these things sort of going on. And we also know that Richard Hart, Elon Musk, and Donald Trump all have Quinn Emanuel as their same lawyers. Now, I won't talk too much about this. It's better if you go over and to Crypto Coffee, watch his videos. Yeah, he can tell it a lot better than my silly ass can. Remember, I'm a dummy. The last thing I just wanted to show you is, again, none of these guys get paid for doing anything on Pulse Chain. So if you can and you are willing to help them out, it's as simple as going to their videos like this, and down here you have a thank you button. So if you click on this, you have the opportunity, there goes my ugly mug out there, you have the opportunity to scale this up for how much you wish to donate, like so. If you're very, very rich, you can donate, or if you just want to give them a cup of coffee, you can donate too. And then if you do something along the lines of that, and I won't do it now, I'll just show you how it is. So if you're going to give them, say, $20 or something else like that, and then you click on now, again, I won't do this right now, I'll do this a bit later on. It will just come up and you add your credit card details in, etc. Card holders, etc., and the bills, blah, 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 and then you will pay. So that's as simple as that. So if you want to help these guys out, so do so, because again, none of these guys get paid for doing these things for the community. They do it absolutely free. Especially this guy, he does have, but if you are struggling or you really want to get involved in cryptocurrency on a much bigger level, then you need to maybe reach out to this guy, join his community as a paid subscription, and then you'll get benefits that way. And he does a lot of training things, helping you how to ramp on and off, etc., etc. Followed him for a long time and have followed a lot of his videos. so that I can learn them as well. So big thank you to Crypto Coffee for that, and all the other people out there in the community doing the same. All right, that's it for today. Good luck, and here's hoping. Only 2 days away from Donald Trump taking power. What will happen? Anything could happen, I suppose. It could all go kaput in our face and blow up, or we could have an absolute marvelous time. We'll see how it's done. All right, cheers for now.